How to get your A1/A3 drone license in the EU. A full guide for beginners.
So, you've got this amazing new drone in your hands. The box is open and you're just itching to get it up into the air and capture some of those stunning European views. It's an awesome feeling. But hold on, before you launch, there's one really crucial step to make sure you're flying safely and, legally. We're going to break down exactly what you need to know to get your A1/A3 license.
All right, let's dive right in. And let's think of this not as some boring paperwork exercise, but as your very first official mission briefing. The goal is simple: get you up in the air with all the right credentials, so you can stop worrying about the rules and just focus on the fun part, flying.
So first thing you got to understand is that the sky isn't a total free-for-all. I mean, just like we have rules for the road, there are rules for the airspace above us. These are put together by EASA. That's the European Union Aviation Safety Agency, and they're all about one thing: keeping everyone safe. That means you, people on the ground, and of course other aircraft.
Now, the way Europe handles drone rules is actually pretty smart. They've divided everything into categories based on risk. And for pretty much everyone starting out with a drone, you're going to find yourself in what's called the open category. This is for all the low-risk flights, and it covers the vast majority of what you'd want to do, from hobby flying to even some professional stuff.
Okay, stop. Before we even get into the exam or any of that, there is one piece of admin you absolutely have to do. It's not optional, and it is the very first step on your journey to becoming a certified pilot.
So, this is super important, and it's where a lot of people get tripped up. You don't register the drone. Nope, you register yourself as a drone operator. See, the authorities want to know who is responsible for flying the drone. So that registration number is tied to you, the person, not the machine itself.
And the good news is, getting this done is actually really simple. You just find your country's National Aviation Authority website, fill out a quick online form, and they'll send you your unique operator number. Then you just have to make sure that number is physically stuck on every single drone you fly. Easy.
Right. With the registration out of the way, let's circle back to that open category and figure out what it actually means for you when you're out there flying.
So the open category is split into 3 little subcategories. And honestly, the names tell you just about everything you need to know. A1 is for flying over people, and this is a big but, only with very specific super lightweight drones. A2 is for flying close to people, and A3 is for flying far away from anyone who isn't involved with your flight. Simple, right?
So, the key to unlocking 2 of those categories, A1 and A3, is this basic online certificate. You should think of it as your foundational license. It's the essential starting point for basically every single drone pilot across Europe.
Okay, so let's talk about the exam itself. Don't worry, it's not some terrifying in-person test. It's all done online, it's multiple choice, and you take it right through your National Aviation Authority's website. It's really just designed to make sure you get the fundamental rules of flying safely.
To pass it, you'll need to be up to speed on 9 key areas of knowledge. Let's treat this like our mission checklist, the stuff you absolutely need to know before you're cleared for takeoff. First up, air safety. This is all about situational awareness. It means knowing the risks, understanding how to avoid getting anywhere near planes or helicopters, and making sure you're not putting people on the ground in any danger. Next, airspace restrictions. You can't just fly anywhere you want. This part covers how to spot no-fly zones, like around airports, and how to know about temporary restrictions for things like concerts or special events. It's really about learning the map of the sky.
Then you have the official rulebook, Aviation Regulations. This is the nitty-gritty of the EASA rules. But here's the best part. Once you get your certificate in one EU country, it is valid across the entire European Union. That is a fantastic perk for anyone who likes to travel.
Moving on, we've got human performance and operational procedures. This is all about you, the pilot. It means simple stuff like never flying if you're sick or super tired, always doing your pre-flight checks, and this one's critical, always, keeping your drone where you can see it with your own eyes. That's visual line of sight, or VLOS. No exceptions.
Okay, this one's a 2-parter. UAS general knowledge means you need to know what your drone can and can't do. And privacy means you have to respect people. I mean, your drone has a camera, right? So you have to be aware of data protection laws like GDPR. It's a huge deal. Now, let's talk insurance. And listen up, because this is a big one. As the pilot, you are 100% liable for any damage or injury your drone causes, period. Because of that, getting third-party liability insurance is mandatory for most drones you'll be flying.
And just to show you how seriously this is taken, look at that number. We are not talking about a small policy. This figure, 1.3 million euros, is a pretty typical minimum coverage amount. It just goes to show the level of responsibility you're taking on when you fly. And finally, number 9, security. This is all about the digital side of things. You need to know how to protect that invisible signal between your controller and the drone, it's called the C2 link, to make sure nobody can interfere with it or, worse, hijack your flight.
Okay, you've gone through the checklist, you've passed the exam. Congratulations, you have your A1, A3 certificate. So, what can you actually do with it? What does this unlock?
Well, with this one single certificate, you can now fly in 2 very different situations. In the A1 subcategory, you're using those really light drones. We're talking under 900 grams. With these little guys, you can fly in areas where people are around, just not over big crowds. On the other hand, A3 is for your heavier drones, all the way up to 25 kilos. And with those, the rule is simple. You have to fly far away from people and stay at least 150 meters from any residential or commercial areas. It's all about matching the drone's weight to a safe place to fly.
So you've mastered the A1 or A3 basics, which is awesome. But what if you want to fly a slightly heavier drone, but you don't want to be stuck all the way out in the middle of nowhere? Well, that's where the next level comes in.
The A2 certificate is that next step. You can think of it as the Fly Close to People license. It lets you take those medium-sized drones, up to 4 kilograms, and fly them much closer to people. Now to get it, you first need your A1/A3 certificate, then you'll have to pass a second, more detailed exam, and you also have to declare that you've done some practical flight training on your own.
And there you have it. The A1, A3 certificate is your passport to the skies in Europe. It's a clear, smart system that's all about safety, and now you have the foundational knowledge you need to be a responsible pilot. So the only question left is, what's your next mission going to be?